I'm here to give a presentation on precipitation patterns in California and their correlations with El Nino, La Nina events and Pacific decadal oscillations. What we've looked at is these images here show the temperature trends in California. They show that they're all increasing. And then we started looking at overall these temperature trends through the different divisions in the state, and they're showing that temperature is increasing to the south. And then we looked at precipitation patterns associated with those changing temperature trends, and what they show is a decrease in precipitation south of the state of California. And so what we try to do is we've located some stations to gather data to study the change more closely, the changes in precipitation patterns within the state, and to try to correlate those with changes in Pacific Ocean temperatures. And so what we found in terms of north-south trend through the state, we saw that there's an increase in precipitation to the north, and these stations are aligned north-south, north over here, south here. These stations show an increase in precipitation to the north, decrease in precipitation to the south. And so what we also looked at is El Nino and La Nina, which are changes in sea surface temperature patterns in the Pacific. We wanted to see how they correlate with precipitation patterns in the state. And we found that with warmer sea surface temperatures associated with El Nino events, there's a greater tendency for higher precipitation, greater precipitation, and then the opposite holds for La Nina events. But it's not a clear-cut pattern. We can get increased precipitation events associated with La Nina, increased flooding. For example, this past December, we're in a La Nina phase, and we had flooding and precipitation records broken in California in December. And then what we also looked at is the changing intensity of the rain pattern through the states, and what we found was an increase in moderate and heavy precipitation within the last century. And then we try to correlate these things with changes in sea surface temperature. These are decadal variations in sea surface temperatures in the Pacific, these Pacific decadal oscillations. These El Nino, La Nina events occur in the order of a year or so. So we looked at the broader scale patterns in the oceans, and again, we saw that there's a correlation with increased precipitation associated with the warm phase of the Pacific decadal.